Welcome into the Patriots podcast. I'm Sean here with Ryan and JJ.
Hello.
What's up?
This is borderline one of our favorite podcast episodes, the Super Bowl episode with the Patriots.
Super Bowl 60.
We've had the good fortune of doing a couple of these shows previously. Patriots have been out of the Super Bowl. Several, not a couple.
Not a couple. Several now.
Several. So I was trying to remember how many Super Bowls the Patriots have been in. It's 12. We just did this before the show, but it's an embarrassment of riches because I was walking around and I lost count trying to count this out like 4 different times. Like, okay, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, the 2010s. I think we're 4 ahead of the next closest franchise.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I think it's 8.
I think it's
Steelers.
8. Steelers, Cowboys, Niners, something like that all have 8. This is bananas. Guys, how did we luck into this? We thought we were from Losersville, USA when we were growing up.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable,
Dude, I don't know, man. You just got to take them as they come and enjoy them while they're here because you never know when you're going to get another.
Yeah.
And I mean, I
How
grew
long
up.
it'll be.
I'm a little bit older than you guys. I remember years when we were not even close. I think 92 or 93 was the first year I started watching. And I think the first year I started watching, we were coming off a 1-15 season.
Yeah, the 1-15 season.
So
right around then.
We drafted Bledsoe and eventually we made a Super Bowl in 95, 96, I believe. Desmond Howard ripped our hearts out, and then a few more years of suffering, and then we got what we got. And it took a while, but man, we've been very lucky, and you just thank God that we're here because you look at some of these other teams around the league and
the rest of the league is pissed.
Oh, they are very upset.
I love it. I'm hearing people being like, the fans don't deserve it. They don't deserve this.
No one deserves anything.
It's like, what the hell does that mean? We don't
deserve has nothing to do with it.
No,
it's
the team
what your team earns, and it's
coaching and you give a lot to Robert Kraft.
You have to. You have to. The way that made a mistake last season, got 4-13 out of it, and corrected all of them. Spending spree, correct coach.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is recognizing you made a mistake on your head coach hire and immediately correcting it after 1 year. And I think that
just how many
a lot of teams will kind of be like, oh, well, he had this kind of bad shake, this and that. Vrabel comes in with this roster that's really not, I wouldn't say it's a top 15 roster.
Championship worthy.
Like,
definitely not.
You got the development from the quarterback, and I think that's huge, and it puts you in the top 15 category. But like, when you take a roster like we've had, and we haven't hit on a lot of drafts, like look at the 2024 draft, it was not good.
But the thing, what they did this offseason is they drafted, I think there are 8 guys that are contributing that they drafted to varying degrees, some people at a very high level. And also it's probably about the same number of free agents that are doing the same thing. I mean, they totally overhauled everything from the offseason. Why don't we talk about this game? Patriots Seahawks. All right, first thing, when you guys were watching the NFC Championship game, who were you rooting for? Because I changed my mind 3 times watching that game.
I kept kind of flip-flopping back and forth. I think at the end I was rooting for the Rams, but that might have been just because they were down. They seemed like a very beatable team to me. Their defense isn't one of these, already the Patriots have faced three of the top five defenses or something, depending on what stats you look at for overall defensive, full season stats. The Seahawks are right there in it. So I think if we defeat the Seahawks, that's what, four of the top five defenses you got to play in a playoff run. Mm-hmm. The Rams aren't there. Rams, I think, are number 10. They didn't look super great. The biggest surprise to me is, they just couldn't cover Jackson Smith and Jigba, which is obviously hard to do, but he was
gashing them.
Basically their entire offense.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into. But
I mean, what I ultimately landed on was it's Sam Darnold and Matt Stafford. And I know that's the most simplistic way you could possibly look at something, but I was like, who is more likely to have a bad game? Probably
Definitely
Sam Darnold.
Oh, Sam Darnold, yeah for sure.
So that's where I landed. So I was rooting for the Seahawks by the end.
Yeah, my thing, from the jump, I was rooting for the Rams because we have been through the gauntlet of defenses right now. Chargers defense is good. Houston was the best defense in the league, and Denver is the second best, I would say, defense in the league. I think that Seattle's probably a top 5 or 6 defense in the league. Just really complete overall. I think that there's a lot more ways to beat the Rams defense, and Drake May could use it after this stretch.
Yeah.
So that was my hope that the Rams would win, but it didn't happen. And
didn't happen. Yeah. So we got the Seahawks. We got a rematch of Super Bowl 49.
Mm-hmm.
Pats Seahawks. Doesn't it? It feels very similar, where it's a suffocating Seahawks defense that relies on zone coverage, doesn't allow you to run the ball. You have to be very patient to move the ball methodically down the field, wait for them to switch up their coverage, take a chance, go man coverage, or send a blitz, something like that, for an opportunity to make a big play. I mean, that's very reminiscent of the 2014 team, where on the Patriots side, it's kind of a balanced unit, good defense, good offense. And where was I going to go? The main difference is, instead of having Marshawn Lynch as the focal point of your offense, you have a receiver, a top flight receiver as the focal point of the Seahawks offense.
Yeah, and then in the Rams game, I think a big part of their offense, Zach Charbonnet got hurt. I think that's a big thing going forward.
It's huge. I think he had like 12 touchdowns.
Right.
Yeah, he was a big part of their offense throughout.
And they had the third most rushing attempts in the NFL as far as rushing. When you take away that second back, and he's as good a second back as you're going to find, I wonder what the drop off is, and just relying on Kenneth Walker III to carry that offense to that degree.
Yeah, so that's you saw it in that game too. I mean, Kenneth Walker ran it. He didn't run it successfully, and that was it. They gave a couple other carries around, but it wasn't like they had another guy come and get a bunch of carries.
Right. And since we've had Spillane and Milton Williams back, I mean, even before they got hurt, no
one's been running the ball.
If you put a rankings on before, when they were both on the field since when they've been on the field after these injuries, I guarantee you we're top 3 as far as rushing defense in the league.
Yeah.
So it's a big factor, and not having that spell back, I think bodes well for the Patriots.
Yeah, definitely. And on the other side, the Seahawks, I believe, are ranked as the number 1 rush defense in terms of yards per carry, potentially overall yards allowed, rushing as well. So there's not going to be a lot of running in this game. They're third in rushing yards allowed. Not going to be a lot of running yards available for either team. So people are going to be airing it out. And you know what that means? Pass rush is going to be a deciding factor in this game. Yeah. Who can disrupt the passer? Who can force turnovers, force errant throws, force fumbles?
Usually
potentially
seems to be that way in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so it feels like that's the way this is going. Patriots have given up 15 sacks in 3 games in the playoffs. Granted, very good defenses, facing another one this week. Seahawks are not known as a high pressure team, where they don't have the studs the same way some of the teams we've played have.
Similar to
there's
us.
No Will Anderson. It's pretty similar.
Similar to us, really.
where
Leonard
they got
Williams, Byron Murphy,
right some
Demarcus
interior
Lawrence,
pass rushers. Exactly. So it's
McKenna,
like
Wosu.
which I mean, I feel like it's going to come down to which team is going to be able to control the pass rush better and
Yeah.
allow their quarterback to feel comfortable. Because we've seen both of these quarterbacks at times when there's pressure look a little shaky, and that's when turnovers happen.
Yeah. And, you look at that game last week with Seattle, they got to Stafford 9 times. It's not
Jeez.
great. It's not a great stat to have for us looking at it. But then you go to the other side too. You're just talking about the Patriots defensive line has been an absolute handful the last 2 weeks. They absolutely terrorized Houston, CJ Stroud. That was maybe one of the worst quarterback performances I've seen. And it was really because of you know, the two guys up the middle. Um,
Plus the weather.
plus the weather didn't help anything. But we torched their offensive line. And then last week too, Denver's got the best offensive line in the league, arguably. And we dominated them up front. And obviously in the second half, there ended up being a blizzard, which nobody seemed to see coming or was kind of out of nowhere, which doesn't really make sense to me. But Milton Williams was tossing people. Barmore has uh, he's kind of gotten to another level for himself. He was tossing guys that their Pro Bowl guard last week or All Pro guard. He was tossing around.
Yeah, minors.
Miners. He was making him look like nothing. So in the Super Bowl, historically, pressure up the middle is always what knocks quarterbacks, and that's what we have a ton of, especially with Spillane. They've been sending Marcus Jones. I really like what the dude Zach Kerr has been doing, dialing in these weird blitzes from all over the place.
Yeah.
Can't really see what's going on, and it's not stuff that they've already. He's kind of staying away from stuff they've put on film already, which is really getting people by surprise. Obviously, last week, Jared Stidham couldn't handle it. He can't really handle much, anyways. But Darnold has a really bad history against the Patriots. And I know it's basic from when he was young,
when he was
with
seeing
the
ghosts.
Jets, when he was seeing ghosts. I think I saw a stat. He has 1 touchdown, 9 interceptions, like terrible completion percentage against the Patriots. He was young and on a bad team. So it's like, how much does that play into it? He's been playing very good football. Is pressure up the middle what kind of reverts him to his old self? Everyone's kind of waiting for the Sam Darnold, like you were saying. You want Sam Darnold. It's like
Yeah.
everyone's waiting for him to kind of shit the bed like he did last year with Minnesota. That first playoff game, which was a 4 interception performance. So is that going to happen? Is it pressure up the middle? We have pretty good coverage. Our corners have been playing out of their minds for the most part.
You really can't set the table any better for, I mean, how much pressure is on his shoulders right now?
It's
They're a 4.5 point favorite in the Super Bowl. And
yeah,
I mean, he's got to be the front runner for a Super Bowl MVP.
Mm-hmm.
They, I don't know if you guys have seen any of the talk shows. It is across the board. Every single person is picking the Seahawks to win the
Yeah,
season.
I love that. I want
Oh,
that.
it's
I love
fantastic.
that too.
It's the greatest thing ever. I mean, how much pressure is he feeling right now?
Yeah, he's definitely feeling
Yeah.
pressure. I mean, he's got a good team in front of him. They're very balanced, I would say. Probably the most balanced team that was in the playoffs this year, as far as offense and defense. They have a really good blue chip wide receiver. They have a really good running back. They lost their little speller running back. Rashid Shaheed can hit you, for explosive plays over the top. Is someone you 100% need to account for. He's dangerous on special teams. They've got Charles Cross, Gray Zabel, Abraham Lucas. Where I think you can get to this team and attack them is the center and the right guard. Sundell and Bradford, I think that's where you can bring a little heat with Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, get them a little hot. And when we've seen Sam Darnold, like, he can have great games. I think that he can definitely have a horrible game. We've seen from Sam Darnold games that are just atrocious where you're like, what got into his brain? And like, just thinking back to what you said when he played us previously, like years ago, that's where the ghosts came from.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Like when
He
we
was
played
seeing
them with
ghosts.
the
Yeah.
Jets, I'm seeing ghosts.
The boogeyman.
Um,
That's where that boogeyman defense came from
the
because he
boogeyman
said that.
defense, it came from that quote. So
So fitting that now we played him in the Super Bowl. And, one thing I wanted to add to the defensive line is, Chase has been playing great. I think we can all agree with that. But Anthony Jennings has kind of taken over that other defensive end role, while Harold Landry has been kind of not playing much, hurt, playing sparingly, kind of they've flip flopped. And I think Jennings has been great. He doesn't show up a ton in the stat line, but he gets decent pressure. He's really good against the run. And I think that's kind of just solidified the defensive line as, everyone being solid across the board. I think he's kind of taken a step in the last month or so to make us more formidable up front. And I mean, that's the thing. The thing that makes me believe that we can get to Darnold is he only throws to one guy. Everybody else on the field has touches and stuff, but he is only throwing to Jackson Smith and Jigba. I mean, seriously,
but I wouldn't commit resources to that. I would just say Christian Gonzalez, this is your guy.
I double him every play. I
wouldn't double him because
he's got
Shaheed can kill you deep.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, just to JJ's point, has more targets than the next two guys on their team combined, the number 2 and 3.
Right, but what's Shaheed's average catch?
That's regular season. Shaheed's average.
Shaheed's got one catch for 50 yards last year.
That's what I'm. That's
yards per attempt 9.1. Yards per reception.
I don't know if that's going to do it. I don't know.
A 60, 70-yard bomb to Shaheed. You forgot about him. Like, that's a problem.
But if you can prevent Njigba from having 13 receptions for 172 and 2 TDs, and you can get him to like 80 or 90 yards and no TDs, I'd take that.
All right, this is a very good topic of conversation, because what the hell do you do with the number one receiver like this? Tom Brady was gushing about him on the podcast or on the broadcast.
It's the safety blanket. That's how I think of it. It's the guy who Darnold is looking for.
So you can't
look for him.
What does he do? To Ryan's point, you could either go 2 safeties and have one of them be staring at Jackson Smith and Jigba and the other one protecting against Shaheed getting deep. And that means you can't send any blitzes. Or if you send a blitz, you have to drop a safety. So that's going to be the balance, and it's all going to be a mix. It's all going to be a mix. At some point,
you have to trust Gonzo to be the stud corner. You're gonna pay him to be, and then you hope that Cooper Kupp doesn't catch 5-10. I'm not really worried about Cooper Kupp as far as deep hurting you.
He isn't.
But Shaheed can absolutely hurt you over the top in a game where it's critical. Like, one play in this game could make the difference.
And that's what happened in the NFC Championship game. Was first drive, he hit Shaheed on like a 60-yard bomb, and all of a sudden Darnold's confidence is soaring. And he's just like, all right, now I can make every throw. And he's got the talent to make every play.
And that is Shaheed's calling card, is to make a massive play. I mean, I can't remember a lot of guys in the last 20 years that have just made straight big plays, and that's it. And Shaheed's one of them. It's him and like Deshaun Jackson and a handful of others, right? Mm-hmm. Just all they make is like these bomb plays,
Yeah, exactly. So for covering Jackson Smith and Jigba, a lot of people are saying just put Christian Gonzalez on him and walk away. I don't think that's the right move. I think you want to have, again, a mixture of looks for him. I don't want him to get comfortable and just go, all right, Gonzalez is playing me like this. He's just playing inside leverage. Here's what I'm going to do by the second, third quarter, and I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
I want to mix it up a little bit. I could see a double team where you put Gonzalez on somebody else and you put Marcus Jones on Jackson Smith and Jigba. This is for like a play or two here or there, and you got a double team behind him. But you got Marcus Jones just trailing him right in the hip pocket, where he's got the agility to do that. The other one is, do you just line up, if he's going to line up on the line, JSN, do you just, all right, I see him on the line, I'm putting Carlton Davis on him, and I'm just jamming him with the long arms and just mess him up that way.
I mean,
like if he's off the ball, he can go in motion, and then you're fucked because Carlton Davis isn't keeping up with him. But I could see a mixture of coverages.
Over the top that you like over him, Woodson or Hawkins? I mean, Hawkins has kind of been playing that
It's
role.
got it's it's got to be Hawkins. You need, I don't know.
Woodson's
He's
great all
great.
over the place.
He
Where
is.
has he come from?
I don't know. He's a fourth round pick that I wasn't happy with,
I
and
know, and
he's
now he's
fantastic.
really good safety.
He's so good. He's such a solid tackler. Um, Maybe
I
he's on the tight end. I mean, Barner, I think, is third on the team in targets.
Yeah, I mean,
AJ Barner.
that's the thing. Obviously they're going to focus on Njigba in one way or the other, but I do like that. Give him a lot of looks, confuse him, keep their rhythm off. If that's confusing him, throwing Gonzalez on him sometimes, switching it up between Marcus Jones and a safety, or make it that. I think that makes the most sense. Make him uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Curious
that's
if I mean,
that's
we'll
what
look
I
at
would
his
like to
stats a
do.
little more deeper, but
And it also goes with making things difficult for Sam Darnold, making him think, making him question, making him
yeah.
process. Um, I'm not worried about them running the ball in the middle against us. So I don't think that that's a concern. Running on the edge potentially. Kenneth Walker's fast. Watching him run,
Yeah,
he's
he's
got speed
fast.
to the edge.
He is. He's
My
He's
quick.
got
whole
some
thing
good
with him
wheels.
is they split the carries like 60-40 all year.
They did.
And
It's all on him, right?
yeah, and about 40% of their yards have come from Charbonnet.
Yeah.
So losing him is a massive loss, and I don't
Big.
think it can be understated. Like Kenneth Walker is a really good running back, yes, but 221 carries for 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Charbonnet's got all the touchdowns. He's got 12 touchdowns. Um, so it's something that I think is a boon in the Patriots' favor. If we can make them one dimensional, if we can get ahead early, take away the running game a little bit, I think it becomes a lot easier for us to game plan towards them.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a pass rush. You don't have to send too many, 4 or 5. Um, get some pressure on the right side of their line from their perspective. The left side's solid. Zabel and Charles Cross is really tough to get through.
Mm-hmm. Well, Cross has been dealing with injuries, though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But
I
he's
think
still a very good
he's
player.
available, but I don't think he's. I think he's been questionable for a while now.
Yeah.
And just to
He
count
has
for their
been.
tight ends, I know Barner's not going to
Not going
kill
to torch
you,
you.
but Barner shouldn't kill you. And
No.
Arroyo's a much more dynamic player, but I don't even think he has a touch. Oh,
He's
he's
not.
one touchdown this season.
He's basically not playing.
Yeah,
Well, and I will say this too, and I don't know how they use it in this game, but basically when they've sent 5, they send whether it's Spillane or a blitzing safety, whether or Woodson or Marcus Jones or someone. When 5 people are rushing, the quarter absolutely freaked out. Like
Yeah.
between the last 3, obviously Stidham, which I don't know if you want to really count that because he's backup, barely played basically had that one drive. I don't know about you guys, but when he had that one drive, I was like, shit.
Yeah. I
Is
felt like
he
shit.
is he gonna fucking do this? And then
mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't think he completed a pass basically after that.
Yeah.
But
You know what's interesting?
Yeah.
We talk so much about JSN, and I said that if Christian Gonzalez can contain him 1-on-1, which is probably a lot to ask for Christian Gonzalez.
That's a
Yeah.
huge ask.
It's a huge
Yeah.
ask.
But if he
But
can
what?
do that, even with a little bit of help, who else is going to beat you? It's got to be Shaheed
Nobody. That's
It
on
has to be
someone
Shaheed.
with just like one big play. You know what I
but
mean?
the
Yeah.
Because
the big play thing, I agree with you, but I feel like in the Super Bowl with the timing of everything, the one big play sure can be a huge boost, but it's more, it's a marathon of a game. It's not like I got one, unless we can't do any offense, and we're going to get into that soon here.
That's the worry.
But I mean, if our offense is doing basically similar to what LA did, where obviously Puka Nakua went off, we don't have a Puka Nakua. They scored. They scored pretty readily. There was a couple drives where they stalled, but I feel like they got pretty close to the red zone on most drives. They weren't putting the ball much. They're moving the ball well, but there's really
they
no
use
one on
Cooper
that
Kupp on
offense.
those 3rd and short situations. I
Yeah,
know.
Yeah.
and he's not very impressive anymore. He really doesn't have it. Nobody on that offense scares us
It's been weird for
besides
Cooper Kupp. It's been a weird
JSN.
fall off in the last 12 months, I would say, because even early last season when he was playing for the Rams, he was
Yeah,
getting like 15 targets. Like
right.
before he got
That's
the injury.
true.
So it's not like this guy is not done anything lately. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
what do
been a
you have
while.
with him? And maybe they're just feeding JSN. But I don't know. I don't
That's
think
not
that you
usually
could
the
just
way
look
you.
at his stats and be like, he's nothing now.
No, well, he's a chain mover now. He's not
Yeah.
a big play guy
I mean, he doesn't
anymore,
scare
Cooper
you.
Cup. Yeah.
He's
I
not
mean, I
making
don't,
crazy plays or running
yeah.
people down or things,
Hmm.
One
stuff
thing,
like that.
the way we've been talking about the coverage has been mostly from a man to man perspective. There's going to be a lot of zone coverage out of the Patriots defense in this too. So you can account for that. It doesn't have to just be one guy following. I mean,
Yeah.
you could do a zone plus like a what is it, a box and one in basketball. You play a zone defense, but you have one on one on
Right.
their
For
best
the one
player.
guy.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I mean that's a
Well,
possibility
because
too.
JSN torched the Rams in their zone last week. They
And
ran a
this is
lot of
basically
zone.
just talking about our defense versus their offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Exactly.
I think when we look at the other side of it, it becomes pretty tough for us to be competitive too because their interior is so dominant with Byron Murphy and Leonard Williams, Demarcus Lawrence from the outside,
Mm-hmm.
Uchenna
Got some players.
Nwosa, and some of these linebackers they
Boye
blitz.
Mafe.
Yep, Drake Thomas, Worry, the dude they picked from South Carolina last year. They have really good corners in the outside. Devin Witherspoon and Tyreek Woolen got a horrible penalty last week, but
Well, did you see him kind of
kind
melting
of
down
rebound.
last week too after that penalty?
Yeah, but he came back from it. He made some plays after that.
He did, but I was like, he's ready to boil over that guy.
Yep.
He was screaming at coaches, and he
Yeah.
ended up playing well. But Witherspoon scares me. He's really good, and obviously their front seven is
I
pretty
mean, if
damn
if you can
formidable.
get someone like a decoy to take up Witherspoon, that would be great because
Yeah,
I mean, even Matt Collins could make a play on him and just frustrate the fucking shit out of him because
because he's
Matt
so
Collins doesn't
strong.
care, and if he's
Exactly.
somewhat wasted, quote unquote, um, on him, then I think you can clear up things
Great.
for the rest of the offense. It's a talented defense, man. They're very versatile. A lot of them can play different positions. They can be in multiple fronts. It's uh, it's dynamic and it's as good as we've seen. I would say, other than well, we've seen some pretty good ones, haven't
We've
we?
seen
But
some damn good defenses.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's up there. It's in the same category as the
Hmm.
defenses that we've seen recently. The the running game, so they primarily play nickel defense, nickel and dime, where they're never going seven guys in the box. The seventh guy, if they walk him up, is Nick Emanwari. I don't know how to
Imanori.
pronounce it.
Yeah.
Emanwari. Stud. I think he's like 225 pound safety kid we
Fast.
scouted last year
Yeah, fast.
and real fast and has made a remarkable transition to the NFL. You usually see those guys, the bigger safeties, have a difficult time doing that
I didn't think it would be I didn't think he would be this serviceable this fast. I
immediately.
didn't.
So he's kind of the buttress against the run with that lighter box. From watching the film, it looks like there are small holes that close quickly. The defensive team speed is outstanding.
Yeah.
There's like no
Great
yards after
tackling.
the catch. As soon as a gap opens up, it closes up. It makes me think this is more of a Travion Henderson game than a Ramondre Stevenson game because Ramondre kind of takes his time. He figures out where he's going to go.
Yeah.
He kind of needs longer lasting holes to get him through it. Where Travion Henderson is see it, hit it, get through it,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll see what
Mm.
happens afterwards. He disappeared in the AFC Championship game. I don't know what happened there, but this would be a really nice place for him to make an impact on this game. If we're going to be able to run the ball, I feel like that's the way we need to lean.
No, see, I think it just needs to be more decisive. I've seen Stevenson the last few weeks just kind of looking around too much about where he needs to go, kind of, too much assessing where you just need to hit the pedal and go. And I think he's been a little bit slow. Not as far as speed, but to assess and read his lanes. And Ramondre has not done that at all in the last few weeks. Ramondre's just been get the ball, get forward.
Yeah. And he's been incredible in pass protection and going out for passes. And I feel like he's definitely a key to the game where if they can find those matchups, get one of those bigger linebackers on him in certain situations and attack them, that's great. Another guy I want to see a lot from is Hunter Henry. He's basically our tight ends have kind of disappeared here.
Yeah.
In the last basically all playoffs, Hunter Henry has done absolutely nothing. He's had a few critical drops, which is not usually his MO. I don't know if he's dealing with something. He hasn't been on an injury report at all, but I'd really like to see him help out Drake a lot like he has. And he was kind of a key guy throughout most of the season where if Drake was kind of starting off slow, he would start going to Hunter Henry over the middle, move the chains, kind of like
As
that.
far
And
as
we
the
haven't
safety
had that,
blanket, right?
right? And so that would be great to see that because the last couple of weeks Drake getting a little nervous. He's just going for the long ball down the sideline, which we all love to see, but they need to put Drake in. I honestly believe I was thinking about talk about the game, keys to the game. If Drake has a great game, I think we win. I
Well, it's
don't
been
even think.
tough with these
And
defenses. It's been a lot of one read, make a
plus
throw.
the weather, the weather was. See, did you see that
Yeah,
clip of him on the sidelines where he was like, "It's so hard out there,
he's like,
man,
yeah, it's tough. It
so
is.
hard," and
That's
it
what.
is.
And Josh came up to him. He said, "Look, this is where you. This is where this
It's
is
like
where it
if you do
happens.
this,
The
you're
next
gonna be
six
in.
minutes, and you're
You're
going to be in the
yeah.
Super Bowl. Like, dude, it is tough, and we're playing some of the best defenses in the league. And if someone has something to say about us, even if we win this game, dude, I don't care what you say about Drake May not putting up big numbers. These defenses are fucking brutal. The ones we're
This
playing,
is it's been a gauntlet,
and
and
so we need to get a little bit more from a lot of guys. They've got Drake May on like this one read thing lately because the pressure's been on him so quickly.
yeah,
Um, and I don't know what's going on with the shoulder. Maybe it's hurt, maybe it's not. But we need to start getting plays from the likes of Hunter Henry, Pop Douglas. Um, even Diggs needs to step up. I would say Henderson for sure.
I
Henderson for
mean,
sure needs to
everyone's
make
got
some
to
plays
kind of
to take some
play.
heat off. The running
Yeah,
game's got to get going to take some heat off of this guy because he's under absolute duress the last few weeks.
Yeah. But what we said about Darnold being under a ton of pressure, Drake May the opposite. It's
yeah.
like
It's not.
everyone's picking against you. You're the underdog. You're 23. You're not supposed to be here. This is kind of like you got house money right
Yeah,
now. Just go out
literally
there and sling it. I
feels
want
like
Drew
that.
Bledsoe to go meet him in the tunnel and tell Tom Brady what he told him. Tell him what he told
I
Tom
don't
Brady in the first Super Bowl.
I
Fuck
don't know
that
what he
kid. Go
thinks
out and
about it.
sling it.
Yeah, I don't know what he thinks about it, but for me as a Patriots fan, being here is an honor, and like being here is something I didn't expect, and I'm hoping that he takes that kind of notion and is like, fuck it, man. We're not supposed to. We have maybe a top 15 roster in the NFL. Like,
Yeah,
when am I going to get another chance to do this? Let's go out. Let's fucking, you know, let's put the balls to the wall, man. Let's fucking go, dude. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think if he plays loose, we're in much better shape.
He's
Definitely.
got to
I
be
think he
loose.
should. He's been tight. It seems like last week was really don't turn the ball over.
Yes.
Let Denver screw it up. They undoubtedly will with the backup quarterback, and just you don't screw it up. And I know everyone's saying, "Oh, Drake this, Drake that." He didn't turn the ball over. If he turned the ball over in that game, might have been the difference.
Yep.
That game was that tight, and Stidham did that whatever backward pass, toss, fumble, whatever the fuck it was. And that literally cost them the game. So
Yep.
I was not, Drake didn't have a great game. I wasn't mad that he didn't have a great game. I was happy that he basically just did everything he had to do to get the win and get the hell out of Denver. We were 0-4 there, and somehow they fucking won, and the hell of a blizzard showed up, basically just completely
Dude,
iced that
do
team.
you
That was
remember?
crazy.
Do you remember when we were asking him to take the training wheels off of Mac Jones?
Yeah.
That's what this
Yeah,
playoffs has kind of felt like a little bit. Like, you're
Training
asking him to
wheels.
make one read, not turn over the ball. Like, can we just let this kid be who he is? Like, he's
yeah,
he's got us this far, and maybe to this point, like, yeah, it made sense to be like, all right, just don't turn over the ball. I think
I can
we've gotten to this
understand that.
point, like,
Yeah,
just let the kid go, man.
I agree.
Just let him be himself. He's a fucking talented kid. I don't think that he's gonna get the respect he earns unless you do that.
Well, in the
He's
last 2 weeks
deserved.
too, like I feel like I agree with you, Rod. They turned it made sense that they kind of turned the dial back on him a little bit because
Yeah,
the
last
weather
week
was
it did.
so
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, last week, the week before against Houston, I mean, that pass rush was insane. We haven't mentioned Will Anderson. He arguably the best defensive player in the league after that game.
I would
I
say
was
top two. I would say
right.
it's Miles Garrett and him. I mean,
I
holy
mean,
fuck.
he was unbelievable and just his time, that dude's timing and his reach. Even if he wasn't getting to Drake, he just knew he basically just went for the ball,
Just quick
which
little
is
sidebar. Couldn't
unbelievable.
you tell before the snap the way he was lined up and like jittery before the snap? He's getting a Drake May.
Yeah, he was just unbelievable. He was
Like
so good.
that
So
guy.
Yeah.
I can understand against that defense to say, let's take a step back. Don't turn the ball over, which he had a couple turnovers. So, but this one, you're in San Francisco. From all I can see so far, weather looks pretty good. It's going to be in the 50s or 60s. It's going to be beautiful, probably comparatively to what he's been used to. So it is. Let him go for it.
Yeah, and attack down the seams, man. Not just that's the thing
Down the
we've been lacking the
sideline.
last few weeks.
Yeah,
Like
that's the tight end.
we've been attacking like, deep throws to the sideline. Like Drake May,
Yeah.
where he's best, is attacking down the middle of the field.
Right.
Yeah, and
And we
that's
haven't
tight
seen
end
that
and
in a
Diggs
few
too.
weeks.
Diggs was incredible down the middle, and the seam. I want to say during his huge run midway through the year, he had
Mm-hmm.
a string of great games, and that's where he was. That's where he was at. There's a couple sideline throws, of course, but a lot of it was over the middle. So
Yeah.
I think they got to attack the middle. That's probably the weakest part of a really good defense here is the middle of their defense.
The one thing I would say is Seattle kind of baits that with their outside corners. They kind of bait the interior of the field, and that's why Ernest Johnson got 5 picks for 150 yards and a touchdown. Their linebacker.
Yeah.
So you just got to be careful of that inside of the field. But I mean, fucking, I know Julian Love's a good player and Eamon Warry's a good player. You just got to attack at some point, dude, and let the chips fall where they may. And
Yep.
if we lose like that, I'm fine, dude. Like,
we'll be back in the Super Bowl in a few years.
Whoa.
I'm just going to say this.
Whoa.
I'm going to say this. I don't care. Usually I'm like, the Super Bowl hangover and this and that. He's 23. If he loses the Super Bowl this year, he has so many years.
So is Dan Marino.
Yeah.
Never made it back.
Dan Marino never made it back, dude.
Never made it back.
You can't talk like that, man. That's a bad
Dan Marino was a prick. That's why I never made it back.
This kid's not a prick.
Marino.
Yeah.
This kid's a good kid, man.
Everyone loves playing for him. Everyone loves playing for him.
Respectful.
Yeah, I like that. Have Matt Collins just fuck with Witherspoon. Just put him on there and have him block him. Really
Witherspoon's
hard.
a fiery guy too.
He is. He's a
get him run
Collins
blocking.
Is a absolute truck of a man.
Yeah,
where you can get underneath their skin is the other one, Woolen. You can get underneath their skin with Woolen.
Diggs over there. Have Diggs go at him.
Diggs talking.
That'll be a good matchup.
Ooh. All right. I'm getting jacked. All right. The last phase we didn't talk about special teams.
Both good units.
I think we should talk about coaching too.
Yeah. We'll get. All right. Let's do that one last. Rashid Shaheed, we mentioned several times, can wreck a game. He's got a couple basically game-winning punt return touchdowns since the trade this year. He takes kick returns too. I'm fine with. I mean, field position would be great to have, but I'm fine just kicking the ball into the end zone on kickoffs.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
very defensive.
And I think they're the
punting.
same way with Marcus.
With Marcus Jones.
Speaking of which, how the hell did Marcus Jones not make first or second team All Pro?
Nothing.
Amazing.
Punts?
Nothing.
Isn't it amazing?
Didn't he win Defensive Player of the Week like twice?
He won Defensive Player of the Month in October.
And nothing.
Didn't get a look.
Insane to me, man.
I don't understand it.
You factor that in with the punts.
First team All Pro dude was some guy from the Tennessee Titans. It's like,
yeah, that's a waiver right there.
What
Yeah,
a
that doesn't make
joke.
any
He
sense. I
got
think he got
absolutely
robbed,
screwed.
dude.
Dude,
You
he
know what's
got
funny is in the
screwed.
pro day, we had all these guys coming up for pictures, and Marcus Jones came up to our set, and he was like ready to take pictures, and they had to tell him, Marcus, no, we don't need you. And it
What?
Oh,
was
really?
like, yeah, and it was like, and
What do you mean you
I
don't
was
need him?
saying to the director, like,
Like, do you know who that is?
I was like, you don't need him. You got, you know,
He's one of the best players in the team. What are you talking
I was
about?
like, dude, you have like Mac Hollins coming up, and not this guy. Like this guy has been
For the
one of the
listeners who
reasons
aren't
we've
sure,
been
Ryan
winning
Ryan
games.
was setting up a shoot for the pre-Super Bowl, some kind of pre-Super Bowl Patriots shoot.
I
His
felt
Yeah.
so bad
dream
turning him away, dude.
Oh man,
his dream
that's
came.
tough. That's
That's one of
tough.
my favorite players, dude. Like,
Well, and I don't know how he didn't make a sniff at All Pro or second team All Pro. I mean, he was in my mind the best. No one would kick to him. He's the greatest. What does he have? The best average
He's
of
the
all
best.
time
Yeah, the best punt return average of all time.
because he
It's like
returned like a
15
few to
yards a
the house.
return. Yeah. I mean
yeah,
that
he's so.
that record has been handed around. Julian Edelman had it for a while,
But let's
but
not detract from his work
exactly.
as a nickelback too. He's been
He's
fucking unbelievable, dude.
He's been a great player. Our cornerbacks this year. I
You pick
mean,
six against Houston.
I don't know. I'd put him up against anybody. I would. I think they're they got to worry. I feel like they got to worry about our cornerbacks more than we have to worry about them. And I'm a big Witherspoon fan. I just think we've been that good,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah, they have been. Coaching. Vrabel, Mike McDonald, both of them first time in the Super Bowl
Daniel,
as coaches.
McDonald, McDaniels. It's like, what's going on with all these?
It's
There's a lot of
McDonald.
Donalds and Daniels, man. And mix. Um, a
The Scottish.
lot of big defensive minded coaches here. I think that Vrabel has a better pulse on the overall team than McDonald, but I don't know a ton about McDonald. I know he was the
No.
defensive coordinator for the Ravens
Yeah,
before he went there, and
Michigan before that.
He's
and
like
yeah, and Michigan
38
before
or
that.
something, isn't he? He's younger than you,
Yeah.
right?
And
A
he's
young
he's had a
guy.
good turnaround since he's been there. Geno Smith he had last year. I think he did fairly well as a first year head coach, but it's a good turnaround for them. And I don't have anything negative to say about either coach really right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a strong in either direction. The one thing I would mention, Clint Kubiak is going to be the next head coach of the Raiders. Clint Kubiak, currently the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just announced
That's
it
big. That's
a
big.
week or they leaked it
That
uh,
doesn't.
a week before the Super Bowl. That guy's got one foot out the door.
That's a
Yeah.
that's a issue.
It's a tough
I
look.
think.
Every year that kind of stirs up a little bit in the playoffs, and it's never good.
Yeah.
It never
Nobody
ends up
should be getting hired
very
before
well.
the season's done, and that's what makes
I
it
agree.
fucking. I just feel like it's a distraction. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, that feels like a distraction. He just put together a phenomenal game plan in NFC Championship game to beat the Rams. Was
Well,
that his like, hey, I did the best I could possibly do. I just
Right.
got my next gig. I mean,
just tell me the difference between player and coach. Like, if a player has to wait till the off season, then why can't the coach?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't think, well, I think they do have to wait, but they don't have to.
Well, they have to
There's
wait
no,
to take the
like-
job, but
but
There's an open tampering.
but
period,
it's been leaked is what I think
Which is
happened.
kinda
There's an
stupid.
agreement. It's not signed. It's not official.
do you
It's
see
kinda
that?
like-
word of mouth.
I mean, if I were Caleb on Chasen and I had a deal to go to I don't know whoever Raiders or whatever,
Yeah, be bad
Yeah.
news.
and it's just like that was in place already.
He'd
Wouldn't
be
you be annoyed?
suspended.
No, but
He'd
but
be
but that's because
suspended
of the
for
rules.
doing
But I'm
that,
just
yeah.
saying, like, wouldn't you be like, just
the
put
fuck?
yourself in? Say the
Yeah.
rules are even.
Yeah.
Wouldn't.
Yeah, I
be good.
mean, it is legal for them to interview. So even that feels a little bit like, ugh, you're already looking for your next job. Like we're still doing this thing. It's very Lane
So-
Kiffin.
This feels awful.
From my view with the Vrabel versus McDaniel thing, I do feel like Vrabel's got a big edge here. I know he hasn't coached in the Super Bowl, but he's played 3 games, and I saw a clip today of him in the Carolina game. He was phenomenal in that game. He caught a touchdown.
As far as being there,
multiple sacks, like physically there, like he understands the timing of it. He understands the game flow, which was always something I felt back in the day. The Bill Belichick, Tom Brady Patriots, of that they had that edge, and it didn't always work in their favor, but obviously it worked more times than not. And it almost feels like to me like Mike's playing in this game. Obviously, he's not playing in the game, but it feels like he's going to go out there and start smacking people around, and he probably could. But I feel like he's going to have this team ready. I really do. I feel like he knows the whole structure leading up to it, and it's like, who would you want to follow to a Super Bowl more than a guy that's done this 3 times? And he just and nobody really thought you were going to be here, and he got you here, and he was like, and now it's like, oh, all right.
And first year, the buy-in to get you to this point has to be.
I mean, the buy-in's
has to be a massive bonus
right now.
Yeah, if you're a player, you bought in, and you were just 4-13, and this guy gets you the Super Bowl like that, and he's been to the Super Bowl multiple times and won every time he's been there. The buy-in and the belief in this guy has to be fucking.
He was outrageous. On the season, wasn't he? Did he lose in 07? Yeah. And then he did lose once.
He lost once.
Still. Not thinking about that. You're thinking about
not thinking about that.
You're thinking about this guy just came in here, said this great thing with the 4 H's, in training camp, as far as getting everybody on the same page. What are the 4 H's? Your history, your heartbreak, your heroes, and your hopes. And you're thinking he's corny, and then you all start believing in each other and playing for each other. And this guy's got your fucking back, and he's shaking your hand when you come to the locker room, telling you how great of a job you did. How do you?
Yeah.
I do think it's a big edge, and like we all said, we don't know a lot about McDaniel.
Fucking wall. I'm running through a fucking wall for this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. McDaniel is his second season, right?
McDonald. Second season.
Second season.
McDavid.
McDonald over there.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about him, but I have a feeling that some critical timing aspect or call or challenge or something's going to get past him, because there's so much going on and there's so much to be accounting for and all that like those rookie coaches, younger coaches, stuff like that. It's hard to have all that down for the Super Bowl,
because he's 38.
It's 38, and it's not your typical game. It's not your typical timing. Halftime's way longer. The pregame show is very long. Everything's extended. You can only get on the field at your field access is different. Like
halftime.
What?
Halftime's fucking forever.
45 minutes as opposed to 10 or 12. So like,
I can't stand the Super Bowl as far as a game.
The show. You mean the halftime show?
No, I just hate
the event of it.
The game's fine, right? The game's fine. All the stuff behind it's fine. The amount of commercials and fucking
the
halftime show, keep all that shit, dude. Like,
well, it's there.
So do it all before and after. And can we just play a football game normally?
Mr. McDonald is going to miss something. Something's going to get past him, and there's going to be a thing there. So
possibly,
I'm excited about that.
Special teams, though, it's kind of a wash, because
another one.
Yes. Are you going the same place I'm going? The Seahawks are up for sale.
The Seahawks announced they are selling the team last week.
Like, everyone's like, we already did it. Now I'm ready for my payday.
I don't understand. Why would you announce that? Like, what? Talk about. Did you hear this, Ryan?
No.
So
they're going to sell the team after the Super Bowl.
They're like, as soon as the Super Bowl's over, we're selling the team. It's like,
who owns the team? Who owns the team?
It's it was the Microsoft guy, Paul Allen. And now I think it's either his wife or his daughter. But yeah, they're getting out, and they're like, here's our moment. We've never been more valued than right now.
And as a team, the bidding. In a coaching staff, I know you have a goal, you have a job, and that's fine.
Everybody's checking out.
Yes.
But everybody's checking out, and everybody just announced it.
You're good. You already did it.
Yeah.
You're
favored. Right? You're closer to home.
Byron Murphy, Leonard Williams, you're good. You stay home.
It's a all weird vibe. It's a bad vibe to send out the gate.
If Kraft did that, dude.
And you have Sam Darnold, Mr. Checkout from historically checking out of games and stuff. And I'm a fan. I am a fan of him since he's moved on from the Jets. I think he's done a great, very good
track
job.
record on guys that have turned around their career to that degree. It's not great, right? With a Stafford's
one of the few.
Stafford's always been great.
Stafford's always been great, but
that's true. That's
kind of been a loser until
he was always
he got
successful. Yeah, who sucked and was a backup, and then
Mayfield,
and then made it. Who started here, went down here, and then won the Super Bowl. Mayfield
won the Super Bowl.
Won the Super Bowl.
I mean, like Breeze in the Chargers, he wasn't that great.
He was bad for 3 years. They drafted Rivers, and then Breeze was like, "Oh, now I'm a Pro Bowl quarterback."
Yeah,
for 2 years, and then they let him walk.
He was,
The track record for guys that just like
early still
and then turn it around.
I mean, it's a very short list. It's like Trent Dilfer.
The NFL is not a developmental quarterback league.
Brad Johnson, those guys.
Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner's a good one. MVP, backup, and then almost won a Super Bowl.
A backup
he was a backup to Eli Manning. To Eli.
Yeah.
Did he go to the CFL and then he came back and he was like a starter?
But he was the backup with the Giants for a few years.
After he left the Rams, he was. We're getting way off track, but yeah, he left the Rams and then went to the Giants the same year they drafted Eli. He was signed to be Eli's backup, and he was for a couple of years.
My overall,
and then he went to Arizona.
On that
was almost successful.
I guess if
James Harrison pick 6.
If you're not successful in the first couple of years in the NFL, I feel like developmentally the NFL will give up on you and just label you a backup.
Yeah,
and it's hard to get out of that. Sam Darnold, maybe no.
You got to give Darnold credit for doing it. He's the only one. Totally. He's one of the furthest probably to take it this far.
Dalton, I just can't think of a.
No, Dalton was a starter. No, it's a very unusual career track, and he's done it all in his 20s. Kid's still in his late 20s.
So all those things. I mean, it's an interesting spot for
Steve Young.
Steve Young's a good one. Steve Young's a very good one.
He's a backup for a long time.
Yeah, I think he was the number 1 pick for this USFL. He was like very highly touted coming out, and then he went to Tampa, and he wasn't very good, and he was a backup. And then he got traded.
He went to Niners. He backed up Montana.
And
then Montana went to Kansas City, and Young took over, and he was fantastic. So
yeah, good one. There we go. See, we had to go back 30 years.
Yeah.
Almost 35 years.
Yeah.
to get there.
Brett Favre sucked in Atlanta, went to Green Bay.
Yeah, he was a starter right away in Green Bay.
So
it's weird though, man. Quarterback's a weird thing in the NFL, man. If you don't fucking succeed pretty quickly, like the leash is very short, man. And to get that Geno Smith, to get that chance again, it's just not guaranteed at all. Yeah.
Geno's another good example. Didn't get to these heights.
It's it's the vibe of it. Seattle's vibe. Everyone is announcing them as everyone basically says the Patriots can't hang.
Yeah, it's a coronation. It's like, oh, well, the Seahawks are going to win and I'm going to get my payday and we got nothing to worry about.
I think a lot of that is just like the Patriots are back in the Super Bowl after 7 years of not having Brady or whatever it's been. And like, are you fucking kidding me? This team's back.
Oh, everyone's pissed.
And the path we've had and all this and that. And like, if you look at the stats, like there's no reason we don't belong. You're just looking at the offense in the last 3 weeks of this and being like they've been pretty mediocre and you're talking shit. It's mostly Bills fans. Can we be honest? It's mostly fucking Bills fans.
I think so. I think it's Jets fans. I've heard a lot from Jets. It's definitely AFC, a lot of AFC East fans.
It's a lot of Bills fans, dude. And just saltiness.
The Bills, I think, are just, I almost feel bad for them. They're just
don't, dude. Go on Twitter. You won't feel bad.
Oh, really? Are they vicious?
Oh, Drake May's this and that. Drake May's cheating on his wife, this and that. Like, come on, dude.
Oh, God. Hey.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, they're just
keep it above the belt here.
So traumatized that we got a quarterback to the Super Bowl before they got Josh Allen.
All you got to do is send them that picture of All you got to do is send them that picture of Josh Allen with the Patriots jersey.
In the Patriots jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
Classic. It's like,
That's a
there it
good one.
is.
That's
It's
all
a
you
good
do.
stamp on it. All right, should we make
So,
let's make some score predictions here.
yeah.
Oof,
Yeah.
God. I go 24-13 Pats. I'm
Ooh. I had you down as the only person that might take the Seahawks in this
I
one.
thought about it, dude. Seriously, and
I'm surprised you have them scoring so little.
I just feel like Drake May is gonna bounce back. Like I don't see him having 4 bad games in a row. Um, I think it'll be good enough. I think it'll be good enough. I think he can hurt him with his legs, which is one thing that I don't think they have an answer for. And Sam Darnold certainly can't do on the other side of the ball. If we can get the running game going a little bit, a big play here and there from Travion Henderson, uh, Pop Douglas get involved, Booty get involved. We need everybody in this game. Hunter Henry can't play like he has in the last couple of weeks.
No,
And on
everybody's got to be there.
the other side of the ball, all we really have to do is stop the run game and Gonzo and a little bit of help take JSN away. It's not that much to ask on that side of the ball. It's really not.
Mm-hmm.
Shaheed, special teams, take him away. And if you can get a play from Marcus Jones, I think that's a huge difference. And I like the experience of Vrabel being in the Super Bowl this many times. So
yeah,
I'm hopeful. I'll go 24-13 Pats, but
you have us really stifling their defense or their offense, which that's great. I thought you were going to say they were going to score on us.
I'm not that worried about their offense. I'm more worried about our offense.
Yeah. Sean,
I got 23-17 Pats.
23-17.
23-17. A lot of the same things. I think that the turnover battle will be equal. I think both teams will turn it over. Key for the Patriots is not turning it over more than the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And then the other key is not allowing those big plays that we talked about and playing patiently on offense, sustaining drives against just kind of an annoying zone defense that won't let you get chunk plays easily. Just sustaining those drives, taking those 5-yard passes, those little ones, just keep moving the chains, try to stay out of third downs as much as you can. And then as soon as they feel like, all right, you guys are just nickel and diming us to death, they're going to change something up, send a blitz, switch to man, do some coverage. That's your opportunity. And that's where you need to exploit it for the chunk plays. I think we could do that. So I got 23-17.
Nice. I'm going to go 28-20. I was thinking of going 35-27. I feel like we're going to be up by 8. I don't know.
That's a high scoring game.
That's just my gut feeling. But that's why 35 seems a little high scoring. So I went 28-20 for my final. But same thing you guys are saying. I mean, I'm not very worried about this offense. I don't know if I should be, but I feel like if you can keep the lid on JSN, obviously he's going to get his touches, but if you can keep the lid on him, it's hard for that offense to attack you if you can take away that safety valve. And their offense runs through him. It's very reminiscent of the Matt Ryan led Atlanta Falcons we played in the 2016 big comeback Super Bowl, where it was basically all him to who was that at receiver?
Julio Jones.
Julio Jones, thank you.
You forgot Julio Jones' name.
Reminds me of the Rams from the last few years too, doesn't it?
All a little bit, yeah. All through Julio Jones, Puka Nacua with the Rams, but I think we can keep a lid on it, and I really do think our guys up the middle are going to take advantage of their interior offensive line. Milton Williams, Barmore, Spillane, if he's healthy with the ankle, I think he should be with the rest. I think they're going to take advantage and really unsettle Darnold. And on the other end, I feel like Drake's going to have a bounce back. You know, he's really responded very well this year. Every time he's kind of needed to, it's taken some time the last few weeks. There wasn't a lot of room to respond with big offense in the second half of last game, the Texans game, that defense, all that stuff we mentioned. So I just feel like he's going to answer the bell and throw a bunch of touchdowns. He's going to use his legs a lot, which I don't think they haven't really had to deal with. The last two quarterbacks they played was Purdy, and they just played Stafford, both unmobile guys. So Drake can take off. He can beat him that way. That's a whole nother wrinkle that we didn't even talk about. That's a huge part of his game that he can take advantage of. And if he gets that, starts doing that, gets things open, gets some guys over the top down the seam, I think everyone's going to contribute. So I feel like we're going to score. And
they're going
to have a tough time keeping up.
Drake's legs are a huge X factor, and it's something that I don't think any team can really deal with.
Especially in
Nobody
the
has
red
been able
zone.
to stop it so far.
Yeah, I don't.
Nobody.
There's not a
Knock on
team in
wood,
the
but
league that's comfortable with Drake May running.
just because he's so good downfield. Usually it's hard. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, we've seen those guys be
Surprising
super
speed,
dangerous downfield, but he
surprising
is,
speed. Yeah.
yeah, and he generally, not the last couple of weeks, has had that pocket presence awareness about him where he
Have you
kind of
ever
knows
heard
when to
anyone
take
run
off.
like him
What do
when
you
he
mean?
runs?
Heard anyone?
Uh, uh, uh.
Does he?
Have you ever heard that before?
No,
I
I
mean, I
haven't.
heard
Well, I
that
haven't.
one in the last
Listen to
play
him
in
mic'd
Denver
up.
where he
He
iced
does
it.
that every time he runs. I've never heard that before.
I feel like I've heard it. I feel like I've
That's
heard it.
funny. No, I didn't. I didn't know that.
That is pretty funny though.
He's a strange cat. I'm
That's funny.
I'm glad we have him. I'm glad I know him.
One thing, uh, this Patriots defense can't get any respect for some reason. Everyone's talked about the gauntlet of defenses we faced. They've outplayed all three of those defenses in
Yeah,
each of those games.
they've
The
been
Patriots
incredible.
defense has, but still, people only want to talk about Seahawks
Seahawks
defense
defense, no
after.
respect, dude.
eh,
And I'm telling you right now, you talk to Vrabel and those guys in the locker room, they know that's happening, and
Yeah,
they fucking love
Definitely.
that, dude.
yeah.
I mean,
Nobody gives them the time of day. This
Well, talk
Patriots
to
defense. Meanwhile, the Seahawks defense just gave up like 30 points to the Rams, and everyone's like, "Gosh, they're the best unit in the NFL.
yeah,
How can you
Barmore
do
and
anything
Williams
against
know
them?"
all about that. If Splain needs to be good to go, he needs to be
yeah.
good to go. That's
Well,
a
I mean, you
massive piece.
look at who they've played. I mean, San Francisco's defense is generally really good. They basically limped into that game. That wasn't they scored. Seahawks put 41 up on them.
That's
The
not the same
L,
defense that
No,
you
for
think.
years
that's what
past.
I'm
No,
saying. It's
yeah, yeah.
they're limped into that game. That wasn't a defense they played. The Rams are pretty good. Top 10, top 15 defense,
They
depending on
haven't
the
played a
stats.
defense like us in a
No,
while.
No,
no, they
that's what
haven't.
I'm getting at. San Fran, Carolina, LA was their basically last three in the regular season, and they struggled against Indianapolis putting up points. And before that, Atlanta, Minnesota, Tennessee, Arizona.
Yeah, I
They
don't.
haven't played a good defense since they played Houston, which was all the way
So
back in week 7.
just going back,
So,
I don't want to take anything away from them. I think they've only lost to three teams this year. I think they lost to in week one to San
yeah.
Francisco when they were fully healthy.
Yep,
I think they lost midseason to Tampa Bay when they were
Mm-hmm.
red hot.
yep.
Tampa was red hot, and I think they lost later in the season to the Rams
Yeah, LA. Yep.
when they were really hot too. I want to say, and Stafford was
But I
on
mean,
his
they've been
MVP.
amazing.
So yeah, they've been great, but I don't know. I think that the defenses we've played, I don't know if I'm missing someone. I'm sure they probably played some good defenses in there, but I don't think they've played a defense as fired up as they're going to see the Patriots.
No,
No, no,
I don't think
certainly
they've
not.
played anyone close to us. So that could be a rude awakening, and that could get their quarterback seeing some ghosts.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna know by the end of the first quarter which Sam Darnold's playing in this game.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
but
think you're right.
it is funny that you say that because I was watching this past game with my dad, and he was like, "Well, we'll find out in the first quarter if Stidham can play or not." And in
Oh,
the first
true.
quarter,
He looks
Quarter,
great.
he
Stidham
looked
looked
great.
freaking unbelievable on that drive. He had that
Pissing me
bomb down
off.
the field. I was like, I was scared. I was like, shit. Is
I
this?
never wanted to let go of Stidham. Did you?
Can this?
No.
I didn't really care when he got passed over for Cam Newton, and then they put Brian Hoyer in over
I
him.
was not
Like,
happy.
I was
when
like,
when I told
whatever.
you
That was
we
a
were in
joke.
Newport, Rhode Island, and I
Yeah,
said Cam
yeah.
Newton's playing for us. We were both like,
What the fuck?
"What the fuck?" Like he's
What
done.
happened to Stidham? Stidham's done.
Yeah,
That's what we
and then they
thought. And
traded
so,
Stidham, and then we get We get another noodle arm in fucking Mac Jones.
yeah,
Like
We got a good one now, though.
I always liked Stidham. I thought he was fine. You
I
know,
liked him
fine.
too.
I mean, he doesn't have that killer instinct. I can see why he doesn't start, but he then turned into a pumpkin after he had a great
yeah,
drive,
pressure.
and
The
then
pressure killed him,
they
man.
basically what happened is besides the blizzard, but in the second quarter they started sending 5.
Exactly.
And when you send 5 with this defense, somebody is unblocked. Is essentially what's happening because Milton or Barmore is taking up 2 guys, and Milton Williams, if he's very motivated, beats the double team. If you've noticed, there's been
Yeah.
several plays where he is just
Yeah. And I don't think our
dominates the double team. What are you
I don't
supposed
think
to
our
do?
edges are that good either. But I gotta say, Chason needs to be back here next year.
Chason's so good. He's crushing it right
He's
now.
turned into such a
He
great
needs
player.
to be back here this year. I would overpay the shit out of him just for him to come back next year, because
he's that good.
I don't like our draft position.
No,
Yeah.
And like that's not a
he's
great
been that good
edge class, and
he's been really good, especially this playoff run. He's been out of his mind.
he's motivated. He's a former first round pick. He's got all the talent in the world, and he's fucking just proven it.
Yeah.
So bring him back.
Bring him back. All right.
He's gonna have a big game. He had a big
to wrap
game
this up,
last week.
The Patriots are back in the Super Bowl.
We're back.
Trying to get there with a new head coach and a new quarterback, trying to bring home the Lombardi trophy.
It's crazy.
This is, dude, I really don't like that they do 2 weeks between the Super Bowl and the championship games.
What are we
I
doing,
can't wait.
guys? we just talked a few months ago saying, 9-10 wins.
10 would be
It'd be
great.
Just came off 2 4-13s.
My wife found out that we were having our due date for our pregnancy was on February 10th. And she goes, "Oh no, it could be on the Super Bowl." And I was like, "It doesn't matter. The Patriots aren't going to sniff a Super Bowl this year."
Speaking of which,
I don't care at all. And now it's like, "Oh wow, this is like shit. We're in the Super Bowl."
Speaking of which, it's been a tough couple weeks for us as far as the podcast. Sean, just had his second baby boy.
Second boy.
That's why we were off last week, and it's one of the reasons we were off last week. And congratulations to Sean. We love you, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Congrats, man. Big congrats.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, very fortunate. Everybody's happy, healthy. We're all home now. I think he's too small for any of the Patriots gear that I have for him, but I'm gonna tuck him into some sort of Patriots onesie for the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you gotta do it.
We'll be all good.
We got another one coming too.
Yeah, another one coming.
We're multiplying.
She's gonna wait till after the Super Bowl.
Also,
we'll see.
I kind of passed from Drake May this week.
Speaking of life-changing moments.
Yeah, dude, I had a great day. I had a media day on last Wednesday. Didn't sign an NDA, so I could talk about it. And I took off a couple guys' shoulder pads, and I caught a little underhanded pass from Drake May, and I'm feeling fucking like I'm probably never gonna forget that day. So,
and Ryan, how's the arm look?
Oh, it's beautiful, dude.
Supple, not injured.
Supple.
Not injured.
Little underhand pass, nice and soft. I cradled it, tucked it in. My dad always told me, catch, grab, pull it in. And that's what I did. And that ball's never leaving my hand. So,
yeah, you haven't washed your hands since.
Nope. And I said that to Trevor Sikkema from PFF. I said, I'm framing these hands, dude.
It's all set. That's so good. Oh man, everyone looking healthy. All right, that's good. I mean, there's a bunch of guys that are questionable, but it seems like they're all probably going to play.
Also,
the important ones.
We didn't mention Tonga had a huge game last week.
Tonga's incredible.
Yeah, it's a big difference maker.
That's another guy that comes in. Durden, those two, Durden and Tonga, giving rest to Milton Williams and Barmore, have looked phenomenal. They look like they could be starters on another team, and there are rotational guys, which is great.
It's nice. Durden, man, that guy's earned a. I saw him coming off the field. He was mic'd. Someone was mic'd up, and Durden went up to Vrabel and said, "You changed my life," a bunch of times to him. Said, "You changed my life. You changed my life." Like one of those things. Like I don't care if you're a Pats fan or not, but that's fucking cool, man.
That's crazy.
And
it shows the respect for Vrabel. Again, here's this bench dude who's getting some real time and playing really well, and he's like, it's because of you, coach. So whatever Vrabel's teaching those guys, how he's getting them motivated, he's gotten Milton Williams extremely motivated the past month.
Boys,
we're
in the Super Bowl.
We're in the Super Bowl.
Fucking Super Bowl.
Pinch yourself. Wow. We could be doing this show a week from now. Super Bowl champions. Possible.
Fuck, dude.
Possible.
I know. All right. I got to bring my hopes back down. Got to bring it back down. All right. Wow. Well, cheers to the Patriots. Let's hope they come out there flying. Let's hope they come out playing loose, feeling good, not feeling the pressure.
Fast start.
Fast start, all white jerseys, just cruising.
Balls to the wall, man. We got nothing. We got nothing to lose, man.
Nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Here we go. There you go. That's their motto going out on the field. Nothing to lose.
We all we got.
We all we got.
We all we need. Most ghetto fucking slogan.
That's so good. That's so good.
All
right.
Love it, though.
We'll wrap it up. Thank you all for listening. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Go Pats, and we'll talk to you next week, hopefully in a good mood.
Let's go, Pats. Here we go.
Pats. Adios.
All right, boys. See you.